Hey guys, happy Sunday, Amanda Kelly here. So today is day 20 of my Let There Be Light series. We are coming up toward the end. The light at the end of the tunnel is here and tomorrow is the big day, but today there's a lot of powerful energies already coming through, so today is a really amazing day to raise up your vibration and really start to ground down and anchor in your higher vibrational frequencies. So bringing all the pieces together. We are there, we are here. The time is now, ascension is now. So in preparation for tomorrow, do as much as you possibly can to raise up your frequency today and to really get yourself ready, get yourself prepared. So what can you do to bring a little joy into your day? What can you do to ground yourself? So meditate, go out in nature for a bit. If you can soak up a little sun, amazing. And what else? Self-care. Self-care is really important. I'm gonna take a bath later and all that. I'm going to do acro, I'm gonna meditate on the beach. These are just a few things I'm doing. And all morning I've kind of been connecting and getting myself attuned with what the messages are and everything. So whatever you can do today to support yourself, to nurture yourself, to nourish yourself, prioritize that. And I wanted to also just speak into the process a little bit. So I called it Awaken, Adapt, Act, Ascend. And it's this idea of co-creating from a space of alignment in order to manifest instant manifestation. That was a little redundant. I kind of did that purposely. But yes, this idea of co-creating from alignment. So when we're manifesting, we're creating. We are by nature creative beings. But when we're co-creating, it means that we are aligned with our higher self, with the universe, with others around us. We are acting from a space of service. So how can we serve more? And doing it from this heart-centered space. So opening up your heart, as I was getting into yesterday and a couple previous videos, we're acting from this space of heart wisdom because the heart knows best. So open-hearted living, living with a very open heart is the way to co-create. And from that space, I was starting to speak into this a little bit yesterday, but from that space of alignment and co-creation, you are able to instantly manifest because you are aligned with what is in the highest good for all, the highest good for you, the highest good for others. So when you're co-creating from this heart-centered space, you are living in a space of service and gratitude, and so that will bring more to you as well. What you give out comes back to you multiplied. So when we are aligned with our deepest truth and our innermost knowing, which is in truth for the highest good of all, including ourselves, then everything we envision, everything we desire, everything that is aligned, that is quickly manifested for us because the universe really wants to see us succeed. They want us to step into our fullest expression. They want us to be able to live these beautiful, epic, abundant lives because when we are fully in our power, when we are living in joy and bliss, then we can serve even more powerfully. So from that space, this is where the magic happens. So I want to just bring that in today because we are entering the time where instant manifestation is going to be even more vastly multiplied. It's going to be possible for more and more and more because we are entering 5D, higher vibrational frequency consciousness. So from that space, more and more of us are going to be entering this higher frequency vibration. It's already happening, but tomorrow the portal really opens big and the opportunity is much greater greater. So it's really imperative for us to focus on raising our vibrational frequency, and that means living in joy, releasing the fear. And it's not instant. It's not like it only happens tomorrow and that's our only opportunity. I want to be clear about that. So, don't put pressure on yourself, because that's only going to backfire. But it will be like probably a 10 or so year shift. It's going to be over the course of a decade, and it's not going to be all magic and rainbows and butterflies for the most part, for everyone by any stretch, because there's still a lot that needs to be released from the collective, but also at individual levels. Like, people still have fears, and I'm sure I've got plenty more. I know I'm not done yet with my work, so it is a process. So release any sense of pressure or expectation for yourself to get this done quickly. The energies are aligning for us to do this work far more rapidly than we could do it before, for us to start processing and releasing much more quickly. So they really do have our back right now, and they are supporting us, but it is a personal, individual choice, because free will is very much a thing, and they will not interfere with our lives. And they will not come to us unless we ask for them, guides, and, I'm talking about the universe, like all the other higher dimensional beings that, are supporting earth beings right now in this whole ascension process. It's like a very exciting time for the entire universe right now. Like, what are the humans gonna do? Are they gonna succeed? So they really do want to see us succeed, most of them. Vast majority. So the light is much stronger than the dark, but we do have to choose it. The light of the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel, is here. It's within, ultimately. And I just want to put this reminder out there that the light is born in the dark. So please be really gentle with yourself when the dark comes up, because it's within all of us. And, we are living in this polarity for a reason, and it's to transmute the dark. So we have all of these aspects within us. So this is nothing to feel ashamed about or, beat yourself up over when stuff does come up, because especially when you go through these processes, it's a spiral, it's an upward spiral, but you keep coming back to lessons in order to repeat them. And it's like the layers of an onion peeling back. So just little by little, you start to shed the layers, but there's a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you finally you get to the core, you get to the golden nugget, you get to the treasure buried deep in the chest, and your diamond heart will shine bright. And then that's where the light is. It is within, but we just have to, we have to dig deep and find it there. So the process is awaken. First, we have to wake up to the truth. We have to wake up to the truth of how powerful we really are, to the truth of our divine nature, to the truth that we are all light and that we are all one. So these are all part of unity consciousness. And, once we are in this space of feeling connected, then, we are acting from a space of love and a space of service. And so then everything is aligned for our highest good as well, so that we can serve in greater capacities. So awakening to our truth is the first piece. Also awakening to the truth of what is happening in the world, and what is really happening, the battle of the dark and the light, and the bigger system, the bigger picture of what's going on. They are trying to conceal the truth every which way they possibly can. So even this platform is starting to access literally your entire life through your phone. So, and just by using the app, we're giving them permission to do so. So we have to be really conscious about, okay, where are we going to be spending our time right now? I'm here right now, but these are things that I'm starting to consider for myself. So awakening is such a key part. Adapting to this new way of being, adapting to this new understanding, adapting to the new world around us and the way that we're operating and being. So it's how are we being in this new elevated state, but also the world is they're trying to shift it very quickly into a very different very, very based in control. And so we have to, and, we are losing all the structures. That said, I do believe that, all the structures have to crumble right now because they were all built on a very shaky foundation and they were not serving us. They haven't been serving us for many, many years. By design. But so we have to adapt the way that we are living our lives, the way that we are being, the way that we are showing up. So adaptation on many levels, but the good news is humans are brilliant at adapting. We have historically, this is why we've been so successful as a species. We are able to adapt to any environment, to any circumstances. We have overcome many crazy situations in the world. So we are built to evolve, we are built to adapt, and our brains are very quick at adapting because we can rewire them very quickly. This is why we're able to adapt and create amazing technologies. So it all goes hand in hand. And then act. So once we have awakened to our truth and we're starting to adapt to, okay, what is this new reality that I'm going to be operating within, and what is this reality that I want to create? So then we take action from that space of being aligned with what is in our highest good, what is in the highest good for all. And when we're acting from that space of alignment, then we are, co-creating. But that another piece of that acting is speaking our truth and just voicing, making ourselves heard. And whatever that is, whatever your message is, we have to all learn to put ourselves out there, which is a very scary thing for many, many people, myself included. It has taken me quite a long time to get the courage to do something like this. So I fully understand that is not the easiest thing to do, and it takes courage and it takes a lot of shedding before many of us can get to this space of actually doing it. But I can tell you this, just doing it helps you get over the fear of doing it. So, eventually you'll figure out. But, and speaking your truth doesn't have to be live on video either. It can just be, to your family. Like, what is actually true for you? Maybe they have, suggested you go down this one path and it doesn't feel right. And you've been living your life by their standards. So that is a really courageous act, is to kind of go against what your family expects of you, or what your community expects, what your friend circle expects, so on and so forth. So, and writing and just speaking up to your personal communities, and all of these are wonderful and beautiful ways to do that. So express yourself, even through art. It doesn't have to necessarily be, actual words all the time. So use whatever form of expression you've been gifted with, and we've all been gifted with amazing, brilliant gifts that have just been buried. So, really just focus on what lights me up, and what skills do I want to sharpen? What gifts do I want to share? So what feels right for you? That's again going back into your truth. And ascend. So ascension is part of this whole process. But ascension is basically, if we want to enter into 5D, we do into the new earth, heaven on earth, co-create heaven on earth. We are basically being called to do all of that releasing, do that deeper work in order to take that next step, to cross over that rainbow bridge into the beautiful abundance that awaits on the other side. It does require that we shed all the negative, lower vibrational energies that will not be allowed to exist in that realm. It's not a different location, it is just a different frequency of vibration. So we have to release all the dense, heavy vibrations that are fear-based. Anger, resentment, guilt, shame, helplessness, victimization, or victimhood rather, depression, anxiety, stress, worries, fear, all of that. I'm sure there's more. All of that has to go away. And I'm not saying like every tiny little nuance necessarily. Maybe we just have to let go of it all. Because once you actually, I mean, you know, will we ever be triggered in 5D? I probably not so much, because we're operating from a space of neutrality. Like once you've fully released it, there's nothing to react to. That's the thing. When we have done the work, when we've done the releasing, we are in this space of neutrality, and we're just open, and we're fully compassionate with ourselves and with others. And so I'm not 100% clear on like, will there ever be disagreement? Probably people will not see eye to eye on everything, but will people be like fighting in anger? No. And so it is this space of like harmony. So it's not even disagreement, I suppose. I'm just kind of talking through this one idea as I'm coming up with it. But it's basically, thanks, hello. So when we're, not on the same page, it's like, oh, okay, we're seeing it from a different angle. Let's see what the different perspectives are and see if we can bridge them together. It's probably more what that's gonna look like, rather than, well, I don't like that idea or anything like that, you know? So it's gonna be just a totally different way of operating, a total different way of being. So it's going to be so beautiful. And it is here, it is possible. I've experienced like these 5D frequencies quite a bit this year, since it's been in my conscious awareness, and I have seen more and more and more of it ramping up. So it's been really fun, like rainbows and sunshine and all of that, but like rainbows everywhere. Rainbow is a very 5D thing, and crystal clear waters. And so what is it that you envision? Really anchor that in for yourself and consider, what kind of world do you want to live in? Freedom, harmony, bliss, love, peace, unity, all of this, abundance for all, harmony with all layers of our being, with others, with nature, with higher consciousness, with all of it, with all the intergalactic beings, all that fun stuff. So really just tune in with yourself and get clear, like, what is your truth? What is the reality that you desire? And from that space, tune into your heart wisdom and get clear, okay, is that in the greatest service of all? And your heart knows all. And when it's aligned, it will happen. So I'm sending you so much love and light, guys. We have to raise up the vibration. We have to raise up the frequency right now, because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. So I am just sending so much light and love your way, supporting you on your journey. And the more we do this together, the better off we're going to be in the long run, and the quicker it will all happen too. So let's raise the collective frequencies. Let's raise the vibration of the planet, ground down, anchor it in, bring all of that light down into the planet, and let's co-create heaven on earth. Love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is the big day, so let's get ready. I'm so excited. Onward and upward. This is Amanda Kelly with This Art Called Life.